Hello everyone, this is Martin. Welcome to another weekly update on my trading opportunities. We're going to look at how to trade Forex with the Easy Read charts, and we're looking at the opportunities that I'm looking for the week of April 2nd to the 6th. So before we start, once again, happy Easter and happy Passover to all those people who celebrate those around the world, and wishing you and your family a very well and good beginning to the spring season. So with that said, let's go right to the disclaimer. Okay, here's the risk disclaimer, and again, if you want to pause the video and read it, go ahead. I know there's a lot of fine print, but it's really important information, and the most important thing is that the video I produce for you is for educational purposes. I want you to learn while I'm teaching you, and you have to make your own investment decisions. You're always watching the video and doing any trading at your own risk. Okay, we're going to start with the EURUSD daily chart, and last week there weren't really a lot of trading opportunities. Things really kind of went sideways, and I also see that for this week. We're basically talking about sideways patterns for most of the major pairs, and when I say that, I'm talking about waiting for evidence. We always want to trade with the trend, and there were a lot of non-trending markets last week, so we want to wait till we see a trend. A trend gives you momentum. Momentum gives you a reason for getting into a trade, and that's what we're going to be looking at. So taking a look at the EURUSD daily, you can see this is what happened here. Last week's trading, we have the 5 trading candles: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So anything you see to the right side of this red line is what happened last week. So last week, you can see at the last couple of days, price really just went sideways. Take a look down here. The MACD is pretty well right near zero, and we've been consolidating for a long time. Take a look all the way back to January 16th. Price went up, price went down, price went up, down, up, down, up, down. I see a bit of maybe an upside potential, maybe even to here, and then again a down. But again, when we're talking about the daily charts and longer term, this basically is sideways. There's no real trend. A trend means making either higher highs, or if you're in a downtrend, making lower lows, but none of that's happening. So if we believe price is going to go higher, then we want to look at buys above 124.53, okay? And if we believe price is going to go lower, and I've drawn in, you can see I've drawn in the trend lines. Here's the lower trend line acting as support. So if you believe price is going to break down below this, you're looking at a sell below 122.67, okay? And right now, again, my Easy Read chart tells you that this is a momentum squeeze area. You can see that right here. We have mainly blue. We don't have any green or any pink. It's just blue, which means price is sideways, and you have to wait for more evidence. So waiting for more evidence from this area means that price will either go higher or price will go lower, and we're going to have to wait for the evidence. I've given you the levels right there. This right here, this arrow indicates a sideways. Basically, wait for more evidence, and that's a new feature I've got on all the charts. Okay, so if it's clearly an uptrending market, you'll see an arrow to the upside. If it's downtrending, you'll see an arrow to the downside. Okay. Now we move on to the next chart, the British Pound USD. Again, starting here, I see sideways price action. Again, this means wait for more evidence to either the upside to the downside. Now, notice over here, I've got the trend line. Okay, I've drawn that as support, and it's rising. Price here has failed. Price has come here to retest the previous swing high. So you can see that's our upper limit of the price movement on the larger time frames in the longer term of scheme of things. So for price, if price is going to make it back up to here, you would wait for price to move above 141.33, but watch to see if this trend line holds. And if price breaks below the trend line, you could look at sells below 139.76. Now, we are in an uptrend. I want you to take a look at this green area. When you have green above blue means that we are in an uptrend. It is weak. Take a look at the MACD. We've crossed below these red signal line. We've got pink bars here. So momentum to the upside has changed. Momentum is increasing to the downside. However, we're still in an uptrending pattern because these bars are still above the zero level. Okay, so the uptrend is weakening, and again, we'll have to wait to see either a break to the below the trend line or a break higher here. And in case you're wondering what these are, these rectangles are my support and resistance areas. So here is major resistance. Here is resistance as well, since price is now broken below this area. And here's the next major support. Okay, so with that said, let's take that off and let's move right along to the next chart, which is the Australian USD. And here you can see, I'm just going to do something. Okay, you can see price has actually come down quite a ways. We're in a downtrending pattern. Why do I say this? Well, because we have pink. You can see that right here, pink below blue. My bias is here to the downside. I've got the arrow to the downside, and I think I believe price will go down lower to retest this this trend line. It's a long-term trend line, and here is also support. You see with the box right here, the rectangle. Okay, so if you believe price is going to go lower, you could look at sells below 0.7646. However, if price is going to go higher, you would have to wait for price to come all the way above 0.7788. If price comes back higher from here, okay, right from here, do not just take a buy trade just yet. Okay, you'd have to wait for price to come above here. Now, I teach you quite a bit of stuff in the new course. The course is called Forex Success in 5 Weeks. Okay, and I give you the easy read charts within the course. It tells you everything what you see on the chart here. It tells you what to look for when you have pink below blue. Here you can see clearly we have green above blue, which means you're in an uptrend. And this candle right here had a terrific breakout candle. You could have gotten in right there and made all those profits to the upside. Your stop loss would have been right there. So you can see your risk to reward really good on this trade over here. Downtrend again, just to recap. Price may go up a bit sideways, but I believe price eventually could come down lower and retest the previous support right over here. Okay, so moving right along, we talked about Australian dollar, the gold, and we want to tie gold in to the Australian dollar. As gold goes, so does the Australian dollar, and you can see the gold has taken a complete U-turn. It tried to come up high here. Take a look to the previous swing high. So here it tested previous swing high. Here it's and again, this area right here you can see holds as major resistance. So we had a U-turn in price. Then on Thursday, take a look at this huge candle. Not only was this a huge candle to the downside, but it also broke, you see, below the open of this huge up candle. Okay, and that's significant because it means price most likely will continue going down. Okay, so that's what I think for gold right now. We want to wait and see, and that's what that side arrow means. Wait for more evidence, but I believe it's going to come down lower to retest the lower areas right here. Okay, now we're going to move on to New Zealand USD, and same like the other major pairs, you can see we basically up, down, up, down, up, down. What are the chances it could go up? Well, pretty good. I would say pretty good. But again, you can see either at sooner or later there's going to be a break to the upside or break to the downside. I've got the levels drawn in here for you. It may happen this week. I don't know. If you think price is going to go higher, then you could look at buys above 0.7324. If it's going to go lower, okay, you could look at sells below 0.7146. And I do want to point out a couple of extra things. Take a look at this major support here. See this red dashed line? Well, that's the 200. So we got the 200 SMA. See this blue dash line? This blue dash line, that's the 89 EMA. So you can see major confluence of support there. Price has not come down. We're making slightly higher lows. You can see here, this is a higher low to the previous low. But again, it's just consolidating sideways. Again, my arrow means wait for more evidence. I've got the levels there for you, and it's just wait and see. Okay, now we move to the next pair, USCAD, and let's see how that's done. Okay, just a second. Okay, here's the USCAD daily again. You can see what happened last week at the right side of this red vertical line, okay? And again, really, prices kind of went down Sunday, Monday, up Tuesday, up a little bit Wednesday, down. You know, I mean, we're talking just sideways. Take a look. The blue MACD is right at the 0 level here. And not much is going to happen. And again, if you want to... Again, we're talking about daily charts. Remember, these are the daily charts. So you have to have a lot more patience and wait for the proper setup. The proper setup for this chart is waiting for a candle to close above this 8 EMA. So you want a candle to close above here and then take a buy trade. This candle, if a candle closes above, is called an aggressive pullback candle, and that's a signal I teach you in the course. So once you see that happen, you could most likely take a buy trade to the upside. I put in these levels beforehand, not knowing what's going to happen. So I want you to understand that I am forecasting. Okay. I don't have an exact signal just yet, which I teach in my course. But if we do see the signal, then you could look at buys above 129.55. And of course, if you think price is going to go to the downside, look at sells below 127.87. The sideways arrows means wait for more evidence. Okay. Now we move on to what comes after USCAD, everybody. Well, if you've been watching this video for a while, you know that we normally talk about oil, and the reason is because oil is tied, the Canadian dollar is tied into oil, oil being a commodity. Canadian economy is tied into oil in a big way. So here you can see again, we had a bit of a U-turn. This is the oil chart daily, and again it tried to break higher above this gray rectangle. You can see here previously this was a resistance area, so it again made a U-turn. However, take a look, we have green above blue, which means we're still in an uptrend. We're just in a pullback and a bit of a pullback, but we haven't even, a candle has not even closed below the 8. So we're not even in a deep pullback. This is just a kind of a regular pullback. And from here, price may certainly go higher. Okay. And so just look for a buy above this area right there. Okay. You can see the, support here being the trend line I've drawn in for you. So price is making higher lows. Okay. However, we haven't made a higher high just yet. So that's what I see with oil. And if oil goes higher, then that should help the Canadian dollar against the US dollar. Okay. Now next we've got the US Swiss franc. Let's take a look here, guys. Okay. Again, right off the bat, you can see I've got the sideways arrows. What does that mean? Well, it means wait for more evidence, which means markets really on the long term, like in the grand scheme of things, has been going sideways. Take a look, really, right? Just here, just like really nowhere. Okay. So I want you to understand that when you see this, you have to have the patience, especially if you're trading longer time frames like the daily chart. And in this case, I've got a bit of a tight upward level here. You could possibly look at buys above 0.9574 if you think price is going to go higher. If you think price is going to go lower, then below 0.9427. Anything else that's notable? Well, take a look. The blue MACD line has crossed the red signal line. We have green bars here. So momentum to the upside is getting a little bit stronger. And again, we just had our two first green bars here. So we have been in an uptrend. Well, you see this area right here? We have been in an uptrend since these bars crossed over the zero. So approximately from here, we have been in an uptrend. We just haven't been making a lot of headways, and again, we're waiting for more evidence. That's why I've got the sideways arrows. So buy above here, sell below there. Let me just take it off the chart. Let's move along to the US Japanese yen. Now, this pair totally, well, you can see it. You can see completely that we have a lot of red, pink. You can see it. Pink below blue, pink below blue. What does that mean? Well, we're looking for sells. We're looking for sell trades. However, here we have a deeper retracement. It actually almost went up to the blue area. And from here, we have to be very careful. Price may go up a little bit higher, come maybe to this area. Take a look. Here is previous resistance. May come back to test here. Here's the 89 EMA, and then come back down to bounce lower, right? Or it may from here just go down, and I've got the levels here for you. If you think price is going to go lower, look at sells below 104.60. If you think price is going to go higher, you could look at buys above 107.16. Let me just take that off. So from here, price could just go sideways, but like I said, could come down. And again, watch the previous swing low here as your target. If price comes down lower, you can, if you're looking to get into a trade, you can possibly do that. There would be your target. But on the longer term grand scheme of things, I would wait to see if price goes below 104.60. Okay, so let's take that off. And what's after EUROJPY? Well, how about the Euro British Pound? Okay, so against the British Pound, the Euro has been the weaker of the pair. So you see prices come down quite a bit. But notice one important thing. Take a look right here. Take a look right here. Take a look right here. Every time price came down to test this area, it was rejected by the buyers bringing it back up. Same thing, rejection to the downside, buyers bringing it back up. Rejection to the downside, will buyers bring it back up again? And again, you're looking at approximately like this area right here, or in this case, at least to the 200 SMA. So, what do I see? Well, for price to go higher, I'm playing it a bit safe on this one. Let me just take that off. I look at buys above 0.8824 to the upside. If you think price is going to come all the way down and collapse and go down further, then look at sells below 0.8694. I just want to look at something else. Okay, so it looks, I'm looking at some other, doing some other analysis, and like I said, price may go up just a wee bit higher, but then come back down again here. So it's something that you've got to watch for, wait for more evidence, okay? Now, let's take a look here at the next chart. And after that, we've got EUROJPY. Again, you can see here we have pink below blue. We're looking for sells, right? So here was a nice area to sell. You would have made some pips there. But we had a huge rejection candle here on Sunday, Monday. Do you take a look there? Okay, just let me take that off. See this huge up candle right there? Now, I know for some of you that haven't got my course yet, these are the easy read charts. The candles are colored. They mean something. This is just a retracement candles, and then we got green where we possibly could be going higher. But I'm going to switch really quickly to regular candlesticks. You can see there on the Sunday, Monday, we had a huge rejection from the downside. This white candle completely it was a engulfing candle, not engulfed this candle, the previous candle, engulfed the candle on Friday that came right down. So this is a huge major sign that price most likely will go higher for this coming week. However, again, look to the upside. We've got the 89 right there, the 89 EMA, and we've got the 200 SMA right here. And I've got this gray rectangle already drawn in. So price, I believe, could go higher. If you think the same way, then look at buys above 131.24, sells below 130.46 to the downside. I've got a very narrow band here. So price could either go up above here, okay, or price could go below this level right there, okay? Right now, the MACD shows there is momentum to the upside. However, the blue MACD line is still at the 0 level. The downtrend is weakening, and we are getting some green bars here. So from here, it could go a bit sideways, then higher, okay? Now we move to the EUROAUD. Complete opposite for this pair. You can see uptrend all the way, right? Okay, uptrend. We had some great buying opportunities here. This is a deep pullback, U-turn right here off the blue zone. Look at that. I mean, you know, really nice entry there. And I've drawn in my rectangles, which indicates resistance up here, and this is support. So right now we're just in a pullback. When you have green above blue, this means that price, we're still in an uptrend, and we have to expect that the uptrend will continue, okay? And I've got my bias here. I've got my up arrow, so I'm thinking price certainly will go higher. I would look at buys above 160.65 to the upside. If you think price is going to go lower, if you think that way, then below 159.76, okay? So that is the EUROAUD, and our final pair, British pound, Japanese yen, and this one is just a piece of art here. Take a look here. Here is major resistance. Price never went higher than here. However, we're making higher lows. Take a look. Higher lows over the previous lows, right? Okay. Price seems to be could bounce above the trend line here. And if you think price is going to go higher, if you think price, let me just bring that. If you think price is going to go higher, then it would have to go above this major resistance area and above 150.63 to the upside. Think price is going to go lower, then you could look at sells below 147.76. But right now, price is just kind of squeezed in here like a coil. So again, this week, I don't know if this is the week it's going to happen, but wait for more evidence. I've got the sideways arrow. That means wait for more evidence, either to the upside or to the downside. Okay, and that brings a conclusion to the charts for this week. And the last thing I just want to talk to you about just briefly is, if you like watching this video and you want to get more, you want to be, want to get these videos automatically onto your email list, then subscribe on the click on the subscribe button. You'll get all the videos so you won't miss anything. And here's another treat. If you want to get more information about my new course, it's called Forex Success in 5 Weeks. Learn how to trade Forex. Then please email me mskyj007@gmail.com. My name is Martin, and ask for your free 33-page ebook. Just email me at this email address. I'll be more than happy to send you this free ebook to tell you all about the charts, what I'm looking for, and how to use them. Okay, so take care, everyone. We will talk to you again soon. See you again next week. Bye for now.